Is Carti actually dropping? Is the album actually done? I beg to differ, because I know that he posted on his socials or his Instagram story being like, album done, blah, blah, blah. But low-key, I feel like he was saving himself because he kind of dug himself his own grave because he said something wrong, or at least he posted something that like retracted from the album being finished, and then he saved himself a little bit, or attempted to like make sure people were, because one of the main things you do as an artist is market your albums, right? That's, you know, you want to sell well, you want to get people hyped for your album and to stream your project. But that's only going to happen if they're going to only continue to be hyped if you create this illusion that like you might actually drop at any time. So when you say like, or insinuate that the project isn't done, you kind of like kill the hype right there. But if you claim that the album is done, it's like, oh shit, like it might actually be finished. Like it could drop this next Friday, blah, blah, blah. And so then fans, you know, they're still hung up trying to catch the carrot. You get what I'm saying here? It's like a drug. Now, what he said that kind of fucked that all up is he posted this on his Instagram story first. A message from Wheezy, an iconic producer. I'm going to sample that Girls, Girls, Girls for you for the album. The album. Okay? This cannot be misconstrued at all here, even though Carti tried to redirect what everybody was thinking. For the album. He's only working on one album. I don't care what anybody says. I know there are like stupid little Carti detective rumors being like, oh yeah, he's actually working on like 3 albums at a time. Like one is supposed to be Baby Boy, one's supposed to be Trim, one's supposed to be I Am Music. No. He's talking about this album. He's not finished with the album. If you ask me, like obviously I don't know because their camp keeps it tight. Pause. But that Girls, Girls, Girls song by Jay-Z that he played on his Instagram story prior to this, I'm not going to play it because of copyright reasons, but Wheezy says he's going to sample that for the album, aka I Am Music, aka the album's not done. Now, to follow that up, he then posts my album done, me and Wheezy talking about some old other shit. My bro. What other album could he be talking about? There's literally no other album he could be talking about. None. There's no other old shit that you could be talking about other than the album, considering Wheezy said he's going to do it for the album. How stupid does he think he is? I think that he just saw all the comments where he posted that and it got reposted on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And basically that means like people were already assuming that the album was not done, considering Wheezy was still going to send him beats for the project. It's already been like 5 years. Yet a project can still be done. And then you like I'm sure there have been plenty of times where Carti thought he was finished with the project. And then like, I don't know, a month later after like sitting on it, it was like, nah, we need to adjust some things, or we need to redirect the whole theme of the project. That probably happened with Whole Lotta Red multiple times. It did actually. Whole Lotta Red V1, 2, 3, etc. So I'm not even blaming him here, but like, come on, let's not sit here and just lie that the album is finished, because it ain't. We clearly just saw a producer say he's still making beats for the album. Now I'm not hating on it. Like I want him to drop, and like I think this is great that he's posting online more, but how many times has he come back and been active on social media, teasing the project, and then went back into his fucking hole and not spoke for 3 months? He dropped like 6 or 7 singles last year saying music 2024, and we are in 2025 and there was no album. So like, I wouldn't put it past him. Okay. Plus, as I posted on a TikTok or something, or a reel, wherever it was, I don't think that he's going to drop around the same time as Ken Carson, because Ken Carson, as we talked about, actually, I don't even know if we talked about this because I haven't streamed yet. Where is it? So he is dropping on 4/11. Both he and his manager posted 4/11. I think on his Finsta, in the caption he put 4/11, and then Michi, his manager, said 4/11 for more chaos. This is like the vinyl unpackaging for it. Says does that say more chaos in cursive? I'm terrible at cursive. I'm blind also. But so if he's dropping April 11th, I would assume that Carti wouldn't drop like a month prior to Ken, unless, I mean, that probably would be a great like rollout strategy. Because, you know, Carti gets the whole Opium thing going, and then Ken drops right after that, and that kind of like boosts those sales. But I feel like they would kind of be competing, and Carti wouldn't want to take the attention away from Ken Carson, considering that's his artist and he wants him to do well. Like, I just don't know if they would drop so close to another like that, if you ask me. And it seems like the Ken Carson date is too solidified at 4/11, April 11th, which is in like basically a month and 2 days. And so why would Carti drop? He's not dropping this for, I mean, he might drop this Friday, but I don't know. I just feel like also there's not that much hype right now because nobody believes Carti. Now, as soon as like shit actually gets solidified, we all know Carti's going to get his hype back, because that's just how it happens every single time. But just no one believes this shit anymore. Nah, Ken needs his album time to shine. No way he doing that. Exactly. And I don't think Ken is messing up his drop. I just think that like Carti's not ready to drop. And so Ken is his own artist. So he's just doing his thing. He's doing what he's supposed to do, dropping music, which is what you're supposed to do as an artist. So I can't even, you can't hate on Ken for doing his thing. Yeah, we're used to all these edging tactics. It's just, bro, we already busted a load like 3 years ago. I remember like 2021, Carti was talking about like drop the deluxe. No deluxe happened. He's like, oh, I'm working on another album. Okay, where was the album? We're 4 years later. Y'all remember this? So like at this point, it's like, bro, just shut the fuck up. And he's like the boy who cried wolf. Just shut the fuck up and drop the album. I was gonna say nobody cares, but people clearly care. But like, we don't care about the antics anymore. We just want the music. You feel me? You feel me? Do I think Ken is overdoing the chaos thing? I mean, no, I just feel like the grunge shit is his sound. I feel like at the beginning, you know, he is Carti's artist. I don't think he really sounds like Carti, although he has some elements with, or at least he used to, with the yeah, what, which is like what Wheezy and Carti were doing in 2016, and all like the SoundCloud rappers, the mumble rappers, quote unquote. But no, I just feel like he found his lane, and so he's sticking into that theme. And a lot of people do that now, the grunge wave, whereas Carti really hasn't done that because he hasn't even dropped. So you really can only say that Ken influenced that lane. So Ken is already one of the most influential artists in rap right now, I'd say, because all the underground rappers are doing that too. So Ken and Lone, like we already witnessed the whole Lone clone era. So yeah, Ken and Lone already did their thing, to be honest. The only thing Ken and Lone have related to is the Carti, or is the dark image. Yeah, exactly. Like the aesthetic for sure, the Opium aesthetic. But then other than that, they have completely different sounds. I will give them that, and I respect them for that. After this album though, he might have to switch it up. He might. Do I think Carti still hit 200 first week? I don't know. When's the last time that a big artist actually had a huge amount of first week sales? I want to say it was like Future and Metro Boomin. But that was such a commercial album and had so much hype around it because of the whole Kendrick and Drake beef, but also, you know, Future and Metro, like they're probably the two of the most commercial artists in the rap industry. And they had hella features. They got everyone backing them just because they're like the OGs. Drake's always gonna do that, but that's just because it's Drake, and you know everybody's gonna listen to it. I didn't even listen to his last album though, although I saw that Nokia is #1, so I was like, all right, maybe he had a song on there that I just wasn't. You know, I'm not very confident in Drake anymore because I feel like his music isn't that great, but maybe. But if Carti don't do like 150, I think the curtain might be lifted of like maybe this whole hype thing, waiting 5 years isn't the move, that dropping more often and getting maybe less hype, kind of like the NBA Youngboy method, getting less hype per album but just staying consistent, that might actually be the move, because that is the tactic that everybody uses for everything else content wise. Maybe not music, but like streaming, YouTube videos, just pumping and pumping and pumping, because you have to stay relevant in front of people's eyes. Now Carti doesn't have to do that, and I get it. Streaming really isn't that profitable when you put a lot of money into, you know, production and everything like that, and so he just makes his money off of touring and I don't know, clothes, whatever it is that he does. But still, man, just fucking drop the album, bro. I don't even know. But you're right, it is nice when an artist actually curates a cool concept, like I Am Music, which is dope. But frankly, we don't even know what's going on because it's been so long. I feel like there's a point. There's a point when it gets too long, and I feel like he's past that. And maybe it's to the point where it's like Carti's low-key the mainstream version of Sofago right now, where it's like everybody's been ready. And there's been so much hype that it might fuck it all up. This is much longer than even Eternal Take. And there was so much drama around the Eternal Take rollout. And even Whole Lotta Red.